going to kill SEO. You got to post content that people haven't seen before. Over 4 billion pieces of content are published on a daily basis. The big issue with them is most don't stand out. So we scraped over 5 million social media posts in the last 30 days. 58% had no engagement, no likes, no shares, no comments, no nothing. That's terrible. And the main reason being is it's a lot of crap information that's being put out there. You need to talk about new stuff people haven't seen before to do well.
Neil Patel, a New York Times best-selling author, renowned marketing expert, and a top influencer on the web. With a track record that speaks volumes, from being recognized by Forbes as one of the top 10 marketeers to receiving accolades from the Wall Street Journal and Entrepreneur magazine, Neil's insights have shaped the landscape of modern marketing. Throughout his career, Neil has left an indelible mark on the industry, from co-founding Neil Patel Digital to helping major players like Amazon, Microsoft, and Airbnb achieving unprecedented growth through marketing. His expertise is both vast and impactful. Beyond the numbers and accolades, Neil is known for his authenticity, honesty, and passion for over-delivering value. What's the biggest mistake you see new entrepreneurs making in their marketing efforts?
They don't have...
Welcome back, Alpha Squad, to a new inspiring episode of the Alpha Talks show, the #1 fastest growing show in the region. Today we have the privilege of hosting a true alpha in the world of marketing and entrepreneurship. Our alpha guest is none other than Neil Patel, a New York Times best-selling author, renowned marketing expert, and a top influencer on the web. With a track record that speaks volumes, from being recognized by Forbes as one of the top 10 marketeers to receiving accolades from the Wall Street Journal and Entrepreneur magazine, Neil's insights have shaped the landscape of modern marketing. Throughout his career, Neil has left an indelible mark on the industry, from co-founding Neil Patel Digital to helping major players like Amazon, Microsoft, and Airbnb achieving unprecedented growth through marketing. His expertise is both vast and impactful. Beyond the numbers and accolades, Neil is known for his authenticity, honesty, and passion for over-delivering value. Today, we have the privilege of delving into his journey, insight, and strategies that shape the marketing landscape. So without further ado, let's welcome Neil Patel to the Alpha Talks show. Welcome, Neil. It's a pleasure having you with us today.
Thanks for having me.
Neil, we have a standard question when we start the show is when we publish the episode, people will see the thumbnail, they will see the title, and they will think it's interesting. So what can you promise them to gain if they gave us their time?
Sure. So I can teach you guys a lot of new strategies and tactics on marketing to get you tons more traffic. I can tell you all the mistakes I made on how I lost too much money and what you should avoid to do better in life. I can't teach people how to get rich. That's tough. I can teach you how to not make the mistakes, which hopefully will lead you down the path of success.
Of course, we're looking forward. So how are you today? That's the first question I like. How are you? How do you feel today?
I feel good. A little under the weather, but I feel good.
Happy to have you with us. So Neil, if I want to ask you in a nutshell, who's Neil Patel? In a nutshell for our audience, and then I will dig deeper in the conversation.
Sure. Serial entrepreneur, love hanging out with my friends and family, marketer, and that's really it. I'm just an average Joe. I love walking, eating,
Super. I love your down to earth. I love that. Yeah. Neil, what inspired you to the journey of digital marketing?
What inspired me in the journey of digital marketing was...
What made you get into digital marketing? Like from the beginning, what?
So
what
I'm
happened?
30 now. I started when I was roughly 15 and a half, okay?
Yeah, with your first website, I believe, correct?
Yeah, first website was a job board. Like Career Builder, Monster.com. I don't think a lot of these sites exist anymore.
Yeah.
But like Indeed. And when I created this job website, no one came. So I paid a marketing firm with whatever money I saved. And funny enough, at that time, I also raised money from my classmates. I asked my classmates for like $500 investments and stuff like that.
Oof. And, an entrepreneur since very young age.
Yeah, so I got some investors. And what I ended up doing is I took that money and I invested it in a marketing firm. Got little to no results. I had to learn it on my own because I had no more money. Got good at it, got some traffic, and then all of a sudden, things started taking off from a traffic standpoint. Never still figured out how to make money from that job board, but I figured out how to get traffic. And it was at that point I was just like, maybe I should just focus on this traffic thing. So I was doing like cold outreach, emailing websites who are spending money on ads and be like, hey, I can help you get the traffic without spending as much money, and I'll do it for free. And if I get you results, pay me. And if I don't pay me anything. And, started out a lot by just doing simple stuff like that.
A quick note, before we jump into this episode, I find this incredibly intriguing. On the back end of our YouTube channel, it says around 75% of you who watch this channel frequently over the lifetime of this channel haven't yet hit the subscribe button. I just wanted to ask you for a favor. It helps this channel so much if you choose to just subscribe. It helps us invite guests that give you great value. It helps us scale the production and as well makes this show bigger and bigger for you. So if I will ask you just one favor, and if you enjoyed the previous episodes and you're currently enjoying this episode, could you please hit the subscribe button? I love your support. It's incredible to see all your comments and engagement, and we are just starting. I can't wait to go on this journey with you. Thank you so much, and I will repay this gesture by making sure that everything we do on this show makes it bigger, and better. I'm committed to do this promise. Do we have a deal? Thank you so much for subscribing. It means the world to me. Neil, you worked in affiliate and network marketing, and then just after that, you created your own business. Can you tell us about this transition, moving from network marketing, affiliate marketing, to creating your own, I would say, business and start your own, I would say, legacy? Let me put it this way.
So it was actually the opposite for me. I started first as in business as an entrepreneur. I later dabbled in affiliate marketing, but I never did that well in affiliate marketing. And I did better as an entrepreneur. I was never a successful affiliate. I've done well as an affiliate, made millions of dollars, but like I wasn't successful. I wasn't those guys making like $5 million a month being an affiliate. And I had people pitching me offers, and I could have made millions a month, but some of them were like forced continuity. Promote this muscle pill, and we'll keep charging people even if they don't know about it. And I just didn't want to promote those products. So I was never aggressive enough because it just didn't line up with my philosophy and my values and ethics. But in the long run, I did decent as an entrepreneur, just building a business. And, we built a decent sized business. Like my ad agency, NP Digital, will cross 1,000 employees in the next few months. So I was like,
wow, congrats. Congrats. That's a big thing. Neil, what will be, if I ask you, what will be the timeless principles across all your journey, like principles in marketing strategy that every entrepreneur now starting should be really well aware of, and they know and they apply?
Sure. So I'll give you a few principles. One, the best form of marketing isn't marketing. It's build a good product or service. Two, it's better to give away something for free than it is to spend it on marketing in most cases. We found that marketing costs continually rise. So if you can find something to give away for free and sell them on something else, it's better strategy. I'll give you an example of this.
Yeah.
There was a company called Aura Brush that does like dental hygiene. They gave away a free tongue cleaner, like to clean your tongue. And in exchange, they charged people for mouthwash, toothpaste, and all this other stuff. And they created a nice business, and eventually they sold. We offer marketing services at my ad agency, NP Digital. We give away a lot of free tools. We have a Ads Grader, Uber Suggest, Answer the Public, and that helps us get a lot of people in the funnel, and then we sell them on our agency services, okay? The third one is there's no one channel that's going to do really well for you. It's going to be an omni-channel approach. In marketing, rule of 7, when someone sees or interacts with your brand 7 times, they're much more likely to evangelize you, buy from you, tell other people about you. And you got to be omni-channel, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, SEO, email, etc. You got to leverage all the channels out there. But some of these principles that we're talking about is what really helps, drive success in the long run.
So Neil, I will stop you here. Like you said, build a great product. A lot of people out there, they say like, okay, product is important in a way, but it's not the most important thing, the quality of the product. Marketing and sales is the most important thing. What's your take on that?
I disagree. I believe quality product is more important than anything else. Eventually, in the long run, what grows a company isn't marketing from like spending money on ad dollars. It's branding, like the brand, and it's word of mouth. Those two things really come from creating an amazing product.
True,
Yes,
true.
marketing and sales is very important. I'm not here to tell you should take it for granted.
Yeah,
I'm here to tell you can have the best marketing and sales in the world, but if you have the shittiest product, it's hard to do
it's
well.
gone. True. There is no continuation. You worked with a lot of big players, big companies. What were the key factors that contributed to the success of these campaigns? Like from your perspective, what were the key factors? Like really big companies.
Yeah, the big one is creativity. And here's why I say that. Everyone has access to the same tools, technology. Everyone has money. These big companies at least do. They may say they don't have money, but when you're doing a billion a year in profit, you have money. There really is
Yeah,
no money excuse. The question is someone going to let you spend it? And what we've seen is everyone has budget constraints, resource constraints, like people, maybe they're prioritizing different things. You got to really think outside the box and figure out how to get creative to generate a ROI. That is the key to winning campaigns. It's creativity. How do you think
creativity, of
outside the
course.
box and accomplish their goals with their limitations?
I love that. I didn't think it's coming this way. I love it when actually you nailed it. Everybody when they think about marketing, they think it is, I would say, expensive, and super difficult. You have a different thought on that.
Well, first off, I don't think marketing is ever free. Okay? I know you say free, you said expensive, but let's go to the other extreme. I don't think marketing is free. If you're doing this podcast episode and it's marketing your company or brand, it still takes time. Time is
Of
money.
course, of course.
You want to do SEO, someone has to do the work or email out people to try to organically build links. You want to do paid ads, it costs money per click. Everything costs money somehow.
True.
In addition to that, all right, not only does it cost money, if you want to end up doing marketing, like you want to give away a free tool, these tools, they require servers, engineers, coders, etc. Again, costs money. But it doesn't mean marketing is expensive. Going back to what I said to the previous question, I think creativity is the way to win. You can figure out ways to make it more affordable, or more importantly, make it profitable. See, people who complain that marketing is expensive, in many cases complain because they're not able to figure out how to make it profitable.
True.
If you ask a random person, would you spend $1 million on marketing? They're like, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
But if I tell you, will you spend $1 million and it makes you $1 million in profit? You're like, so if I give you $1 million, I make my $1 million back plus $1 million in profit? Yeah. Oh, okay. Can I give you 10 million? Whoa, now it's not $1 million's expensive. They're like, how much money can I give you if you're going to double
True.
mine?
Exactly. True.
So I think people think about it the wrong way of it's expensive. When we work with big corporations, they don't think about it being expensive or affordable. They look at it as whatever I give you, how much money can I make in return? And when it's profitable, they don't look at it as, oh, I'm spending $30 million with you. They're like, can you spend 100? Can you spend $1 billion? They have unlimited pockets as long as it's profitable. If your company's
Absolutely.
making $1 billion a year in profit, you'll spend all the billion if it'll make you an extra $2 billion. Why not?
True. Neil, I have a question. Back in the days, I was CMO of Samsung, and we had a marketing budget, like the marketing ratio, like 5% of turnover. These days, it works the same with corporations. You have a percentage of the turnover. Is there a benchmark these days? Or do you recommend companies to spend?
I agree with you. So you're the CMO of Samsung, global
Yeah.
or specific region or division?
CIS region. CIS. Russia,
So
Ukraine, Kazakhstan.
that's amazing. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you,
so
brother.
and the reason I asked that was for two parts. We see it regionally working very different globally.
Oh,
Okay? So
okay.
a lot of times in a region, we're seeing big corporations give a percentage, like, hey, 5%, 3%, etc. And it ranges per region. But on a global basis, when we're working with global CMOs, it's more so we need to hit certain growth revenue targets for the business. and we need to hit certain profitability targets, how much money do you need to achieve that? That's typically
Okay.
it on a global basis, but then when it gets into regional, like, hey, you're in charge of, um, you know, EMEA, you're in charge of
Yeah.
North America or LATAM or whatever it may be. We start seeing them get more of a percentage. But from a global perspective, we're seeing them, hey, these are quarterly earnings that we need to hit. How much money do you need to hit these numbers? And can you maintain it in this profitability levels? And if you
Wow. So
can,
regardless the percentage.
correct. Because on a global basis, they're like, if we give you more, can you hit bigger numbers? Right. And then they
True.
start breaking it down by region and they say, hey, here's your percentage of spend, but we need you to hit this number as well.
Super. I love that. Neil, a question. You're a guru in SEO. So, what are the main misconceptions or myth that runs around SEO and you want to just kill it off?
So the first big misconception is AI is going to kill SEO. Look, there's a use case for AI and there's a use case for um, what is it called? SEO. I'm trying to pull up this stat. Um, AI, SEO, Google. Let's see if I can. Neil Patel. Okay, so check this out.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the wrong tweet. Twitter.com. Neil Patel. Chat GPT. The prompts I use, how to rank your website, traffic, January, February. Let's see if I can pull it up. Okay, check out the stats. I'm gonna start bringing. Okay, so
Yeah.
first off, a lot of people are saying that they no longer use Google. Instead, they just turn to AI solutions like ChatGPT. So the question that comes to mind is, how likely are AI tools like ChatGPT to replace search engines like Google and Bing? Well, let's look at the data. According to SimilarWeb, OpenAI, and I'm going to share my screen here. I'll actually make it easier. Can you see my screen? All right.
Yep.
According to SimilarWeb, OpenAI had 1.639 billion visitors in January, up 7% from the previous month. During the same time period, Google had 86.57 billion visitors, up 2.8% from the previous month. And Bing had 1.359 billion visitors, up
Wow.
3.9% from the previous month. In February, Google and Bing saw traffic declines, but February is a shorter month. If you add in 2 more days in February like January, Google's traffic would have been roughly the same in January and February. On the flip side,
Cool.
OpenAI saw a 1.9% traffic growth in February, even though the month was 2 days shorter than the previous month. Now, of course, Google and Bing are adapting when it comes to AI. They may not adapt the way you want, and they may prefer a specific AI platform like ChatGPT over Gemini. Although ChatGPT has rapidly grown to one of the 30 most popular websites on the web, people still use search engines. And yes, ChatGPT's popularity has exploded in a short period of time, but people talking and searching about it have remained fairly steady over the last year, as you can see in the graph, instead of it growing at a rapid pace. This is a Google Trends chart of ChatGPT and Google. They're both
Ah.
pretty. So will ChatGPT replace search engines? Probably not. Somewhat because search engines will adapt, but more so because there is a use case for both AI platforms like both search and AI platforms like ChatGPT. Some people may switch which site they use and prefer, but it doesn't mean one will die. Just like how you still use Facebook when there's the TikTok and Instagram.
TikTok.
Look,
Love it.
yeah, time will tell, and there's a use case for search and there's a use case for AI. Will some instances replace each other? Yes, but it doesn't mean one will kill off another. Another big misconception in search or SEO is you can just create content and rank. There's over 4 billion pieces of content that are published on the internet on a daily basis. Video,
True.
audio, images, text, etc. There's only 10
Neil,
results roughly on the first
Neil,
page.
true, 100%. I want to say something. I'm a long-term follower of you. It's been a long time. Whatever I see from you, a video or whatever, you put stats, you put data, you put numbers. All the videos are like this. And even when we talked about this, right away, here are the stats, here are the numbers. How do you recommend businesses to utilize data, insights to make their decisions, because majority of the people in marketing, they act in a way that it looks good. Let's do it.
Yeah. You got to look at the stats and the data. You got to look at other case studies and see if it's applied to your industry and whether it is or isn't. If you want to move forward with it, start off with small tests, and then if it looks good, then expand from there.
100%. So data is critical in all marketing aspects. It's not like it looks good, let's go ahead. It looks bad. No. You have actually a strong podcast and a blog, super strong, and millions of visitors and listeners. So if you will give an advice to content creators to build their online presence, what would be this advice?
Yeah, so if it was to content creators to build their own brand, it would be to do it for a very, very long time because it doesn't happen overnight. And then the
Yeah.
second one to do well is you got to post content that people haven't seen before. Over 4 billion pieces of content are published on a daily basis. The big issue with them is most don't stand out. So we scraped over 5 million social media posts in the last 30 days. 58% had no engagement, no likes, no shares, no comments, no nothing.
Who?
Right?
Who?
That's terrible.
Yeah.
And the main reason being is it's a lot of crap information that's being put out there. You need to talk about
Yeah.
new stuff that people haven't seen before to do well.
But that's not an easy thing, Neil. That's not like an easy thing. Like every time you need to speak about something new, it's becoming harder and harder, I believe. But
It
that
is.
takes me to the
That's the only way to win.
second question. That takes me to the second question. What's your advice on leveraging or switching or balancing between an organic reach or paid advertising? What's gonna be your advice on that?
Oh, there is no balance. Do all of
There's
them
no-
as long as they're profitable. Whatever ones you can scale up faster, scale them up.
So whatever it is, you go ahead with what works for you.
Yes. Look, ideally you want to
No.
have a good balance, but ideally you want to leverage each channel to its maximum extent to make the most profit.
True, 100%. And paid, I believe these days is getting a big thing. You need, like, to be visible at the end of the day, you have to pay. You have to put pay ads.
You
Like all
have
the
to.
platforms and algorithms, it's a must. Now, video is extremely important in content marketing. And in anything part of marketing. Like video is extremely important. What is the best practices that you see or you want to advise people when they're creating their videos?
Yeah, so I think videos are very important. If you look out there, the percentage of videos being used has increased, like search engines showing videos. It went from 50 something percent to 70 something percent from 2023 to 2024 just in search engines. I don't have the exact stats, but I know it went from 50 something percent to 70+% of results now having videos. And I think it was like from Stat Research Analytics or something like that, where I got the data from. I'm butchering the name.
Yeah.
But what I'm getting at is video is super important. You know, people want to consume videos. It's easier for them to consume than text. On an average day, more people consume videos online than read the text.
100%. But is there any advice for content creators when they're creating the short video? Because everybody's creating a video, just open the camera and like the shoot, and it doesn't work.
So most platforms will penalize you if you keep producing crap content. If I create 4 videos on Instagram and 3 of them suck and 1 of them's good, well, Instagram says, well, your first 3 videos suck, so we probably shouldn't show your 4th video to everyone.
Wow, I didn't know that. It's a true thing.
Yeah, it's a true thing. So most algorithms, they look at the overall profile. It may not be 4, it could be 10, 20, whatever the number.
Okay, yeah.
But they look at the overall profile performance. So for 5 months, if you just posted crap content and a lot of it, and you start posting good content, your account doesn't just do really well with the good content. It takes its time to recover. But X, on the other hand, doesn't care if you post crap content or good content. So test your content on X, whatever's good, then make that text into short form videos. Because then you're only posting your good stuff on all the other platforms.
Got it. So X doesn't penalize if your overall performance is not that good.
Correct.
A lot of people facing problems with repurposing the content to match platforms. Do you have any strategy that people can follow for repurposing the content across platforms? A lot of platforms these days, a lot of work needs to be done. Is there a secret to make it happen? I'm not going to say easy, but in a simple way.
Yeah, the big thing is with repurposing, what works on one platform works on most of them. Not on all,
Uh-huh.
on most. So just try it out. The ones that get traction, good, do more of it. The ones that don't,
Mhm.
try to test new content types for those platforms and see how it works.
You're a serial entrepreneur, bats by nature. What kind of traits you believe that is needed for an entrepreneur these days to succeed in business, from your perspective?
You need to have that resilient mindset. You have to have some sort of an ego and believe you're going to do something right and others are wrong, and you got to just keep pushing forward even the odds are against you. Like if you don't have that mindset that you're onto something and others are wrong and you're right even when the numbers don't make sense, it's hard to do well as an entrepreneur. You just got to keep pushing forward.
True, true. One day it will flip. Never give up. You are working in an extremely fast-paced industry. Like the innovation in it is extremely fast. How do you keep up to this?
The way I keep up with this is we have continually A, read, so that's the first one. But B, we have a team that continually experiments with all the new stuff that's changing. Maybe it's with AI, maybe it's with a new algorithm update, whatever it may be. So between those two things, one, we continually learn, and then two, we're experimenting based on all the data we're gathering out there to try to stay up to date.
Neil, you're again an SEO guru. If you're gonna give three tips to people hearing us today, listening to us, watching us, what would be the three main tips for a great SEO? Having a great SEO.
One, update your content. No one wants to read 3-year old content versus 3-week old content. It's why Wikipedia continually ranks so well. Two,
Uh-huh.
give away free tools. Free tools build a lot of backlinks, which helps rankings. And you can use ChatGPT to help you create some of these free tools. Three, don't optimize for search, optimize for the user. So when someone types in a query, don't look at it as like, what keywords do I need to put on the page to rank for that? Think about, what do I need to solve for the user to make them happy? That's what's going to rank at the highest in the long run.
I love that. The third one is perfect.
Great
Neil,
example. You Googled how to tie a tie. You don't care
yeah,
to read an article on how to tie a tie. You just want some images and videos that show you how to tie a
true.
tie.
Exactly, yeah, the result. Exactly. Neil, the trend is moving very fast. What do you see coming in the future for digital marketing and how businesses can prepare for that?
I see more platforms. I see augmented reality, like virtual reality, becoming really popular in the long run. Because imagine doing marketing where you go to a store. All right.
Yeah,
Where are you based out of? Dubai, right? A lot of
Dubai,
rich
yeah.
people in Dubai. It gets
Yeah,
hot. Who wants to leave their house sometimes of the year? You want to stay in your home. Imagine putting on these goggles, and I don't know if you call this virtual reality, augmented reality, whatever you want to.
yeah, VR, yeah.
Yeah, and then imagine you're in a Chanel store or a Louis Vuitton store, and you're shopping with your friends who are in different parts of the world, and you're picking stuff out and trying it out, and it looks realistic. You click a button, and then it arrives at your house in less than a few hours. That's the
True.
future.
So it's going this way. Agree. How do you define success for you? What is success? What does success means to you?
Yeah, so success for me is, are you content with your life? Are you enjoying what you're doing? Are you satisfied? Most people look at success as money, but I know a lot of people who have tons of money and they're miserable and divorced and, they have issues and health issues and they're not healthy. Like, are you content with life? And are you content with life, not just on the business aspect or your career, but also with your family, your friends, your health, like overall? It needs to be well rounded.
True, true. Fulfillment in a way.
Yes.
If I'm gonna ask you, what is your favorite failure? The one that kind of I'm not gonna say proud of it, but grateful for it.
I did a cloud computing company back in the day to try to compete with Amazon Web Services, but this was in the early days before Amazon Web Services was really launched. It failed
Yeah.
miserably. And what I learned from that is, don't do crap you don't understand. And B, focus. I was trying to do too many businesses at once. And C, the third thing is, make sure you have an amazing team. If your team sucks, you're going to do terrible.
True, true, true. And what to date your biggest accomplishment?
My biggest accomplishment today is I would say helping my parents. My parents helped me when I was starting off, and now I help them, and they live a comfortable life, and I'm happy with that.
Respect, respect, man, respect. What motivates you and inspires you to keep moving,
I
pushing,
have fun.
pushing,
I
pushing?
genuinely enjoy what I'm doing.
You enjoy it.
Yeah.
How do you handle, like, not every day you're enjoying, of course, some obstacle challenges. How do you pass these?
I like the ups and downs. It keeps it entertaining. Like, not only am I
Ah.
passionate about marketing and business, but I like the ups and downs. It keeps life like exciting.
Phew. You're on the Alpha Talks show. If I ask you, how do you define an alpha? What's an alpha for you?
Someone who's amazing at what they do. It could be anything.
True.
You have to be great at what you do.
True.
It could be playing basketball. It could be, speaking. It could be cooking, whatever you want. But someone who's an alpha to me is someone who's super confident and is amazing at what they do.
I love this definition. AI. I want to a little bit talk about AI and the influence of AI on digital marketing overall. Can you just let us know what's your overall take on AI and the digital marketing and where we're going?
Yeah, so I think AI is going to disrupt digital marketing. I think a lot of things will start being optimized, but there's also going to be a lot of new roles created in which companies will need people who understand AI to help implement it within an organization.
So, but do you believe that a lot of roles will be completely replaced by AI?
No, I think it'll be AI combined with a human.
With human? So it's not
Some
gonna
a lot,
replace.
I think a lot of roles will be replaced from AI, but not necessarily in marketing.
Okay.
I think it's going
We
to be
have a
different from
section.
industry,
We have a
right? But
section
do
called
I
the
think
Alpha Quick.
AI is going to affect roles? Yes, I do think there's going to be a replacement of roles in marketing, but I also think there's going to be addition in new roles. I forgot who released the stat, but they said something like a 20+% job creation because of AI in marketing over the next like 4 or 5 years.
True, true. I see also, like, these days everybody becomes a content creator because AI helps it. Then how people can stand out?
Not use AI. AI is just regurgitating the information on the internet. That's really the solution.
True, because even when you see the captions on social media and so on, it's so obvious that it's an AI generated.
Yep.
We, we have a section called the Alpha Quickfire. I'm gonna ask you quick questions. You just shoot me the answers. Ready?
All right, let's do it.
So, what is the most underrated marketing strategy that businesses should be leveraging more?
Give away something for free. We talked about this earlier, like a tool.
Yeah.
Like, let's say if I'm a payroll software company, give away free payroll software, charge everyone on health insurance. It's a much bigger market.
Ah. What's your favorite marketing tool or software that you can't live without?
None. I think there's a lot of great ones, but not one that is everything. There
Whew,
is a lot of good ones, and when you combine them all, that's how you do well in marketing.
a great ecosystem. What's the biggest mistake you see new entrepreneurs making in their marketing efforts?
They don't have focus. They try to do 10 things at once. Even though we talked about doing omni-channel and you got to be
Yeah.
everywhere, try to do them all at once in an average way. You're better off doing one channel at a time, do it really well, and keep adding more once you nail a few of them down.
Proof. If you could give one advice to someone just starting their career in digital marketing, what would be that?
I would experiment with a lot of different marketing sectors like paid ads, SEO, social media, etc. Get good at one of them, and whatever one you find that you love and you want to get good at, double down on that. Specialize. Don't be a generalist.
Be an expert. How do you approach balancing creativity and data driven decision making in marketing?
Uh, you got to just have a combination of both. I don't think marketing is all data. I don't think it's all creativity. It's about a mixture of both, and I think that's the real solution. And you
True.
just have to believe in it. And if you don't believe in it, it's hard because then most people only follow the data.
Because a lot of people follow just the creativity part, just becoming crazy with something and forget about the data. What's one trend in marketing that you think will fade away in the next few years?
I think one trend that'll fade away is creating mass quantity of content through AI. Because what people will see is they're not going to get great results from it. It doesn't mean
Ah,
people do it, but it'll start fading, which a lot of companies are like, oh, this isn't producing the result. It's just wasting time.
True. What's the most rewarding aspect of being a marketeer and entrepreneur for you personally?
It's just fun. That's the most rewarding aspect for me
Uh,
personally. I know it's a selfish answer, but I really enjoy
yeah.
what I'm doing. And I love experimenting and, trying to figure things out.
Phew. What's the most unusual habit in your daily routine that contributes to your success?
Um, it's not really unusual, but I wake up really early. I work out, eat healthy. Not like work out to try to get buff or anything, but just stay
Yeah.
in shape. Make sure my body's moving, my arteries are good, they don't get clogged, eat healthy. I think that's helped me a lot. Just stay focused. I don't drink coffee, don't need alcohol, none of that stuff, and just try to stay focused.
Phew. Is there a motto that you live by every day? A motto or a mantra?
No.
No. What is there a book, or like, if I'm gonna say, like, what is the one book that really influenced you?
There's not one book that influenced me, but there's a few that I like. Art of the Start by Guy
Yeah.
Kawasaki, The Dip by Seth Godin, Principles by Ray Dalio, Lean Startup by Eric
Hmm.
Ries. All good books to check out.
If I ask you to describe yourself in 3 words, a marketeer, how are we gonna say that? 3 words.
As a marketeer, define myself in three
Yeah.
words or just myself?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Say that.
Okay, so I would say as a SEO, creativity, and software, because I use a
Phew.
lot of software
Yeah.
to generate leads.
Is there anything do you think I didn't touch upon and you want to share with the audience?
One thing, if I had to end on a note, I would say focus. You don't need to do too many things at once. Do a few things really well, create the systems, the processes, and scale up from there.
Thank you very much, Neil. I think I was on time. I was looking at the watch. I was on time. Oh, Do you
Yes.
visit Dubai, Neil, or frequently, or from time to time?
Like 3, 4 months.
Oh, wow. So when you come next time, we should
Meet up.
100% meet.
Yes, I
Of
love it.
course, of course. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. I will ask you just to wait for a little bit after to upload the data, to upload the video.
Sounds good.
Cheers. Have a great day. Cheers.
That wraps another inspiring episode of today's show. I hope that this episode has ignited your inner alpha and left you feeling inspired, motivated, and ready to conquer any challenge that comes your way. Remember, alphas aren't born, they're made. It isn't about dominating others, it's about embracing your authenticity, leading with integrity, and making a positive impact on the world. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe to the Alpha Talks on your favorite podcast platform. Leave us a review and share the podcast with your fellow alphas. Also connect with us on social media at Seif El Hakim. Share your thoughts, insight, and stories of personal and business growth with us. Let's create a movement of alphas supporting one another. The world needs more alphas like you exactly. Until next time, stay bold, stay driven, and stay alpha.